Good afternoon, America, and welcome to the sports edition of Hello USA, where we bring you all the news you need to get through a beautiful American winter's day. I'm Jackson Bruce.
And I'm Ben McGuire, better known as Benny Mac. Although many of you may know us from the Sports Corner segment of this broadcast, today we've been asked to fill in for our colleagues who've been stricken ill with the Zika virus.
Those are some pesky mosquitoes.
They sure are, Jackson.
Anyways, we're here to bring you a more slanted version of the news.
Quite frankly, this broadcast has become too news-focused and could benefit from a little flair.
So stay tuned for the new and improved version of
Hello USA!
Sin City, the City of Lights, and the place where I pawned my wedding ring for gambling money are all nicknames for the wonderful city of Las Vegas, a place where time stands still. And it sure stood still this past Sunday when 3 masked men stormed the Bellagio to rob the Rolex store inside. The men walked in armed with sledgehammers and smashed through display cases like J.J. Watt smashing through the Tennessee Titans offensive line. After they secured their loot, they made their way to the end zone. Exit. While civilians ran away like Browns quarterback DeShone Kizer, the police were in hot pursuit like Julius Peppers. Or really any other defensive end against the Browns this season.
Gee, that's a long way to go for a watch. Say, Jackson, do you own a watch?
I had one, but I lost it a couple years back. I was gonna look for it, but I never found the time.
The perpetrators led a chase through the casino in an attempt to shake the police. For more analysis, we turned back to my co-host Jackson and our new and improved high-tech whiteboard. Take it away, Jackson.
Thanks, Ben. All 3 perpetrators take off at a dead sprint from the Rolex store. Perpetrator 1 makes it clean around the defending slot machines, ducks through the legs of a safety security guard before performing his final move passing through the sign-marked exit. Perpetrator 2 has the beautiful 10-point spin around the roulette tables, jukes out floor staff near the Wheel of Fortune slots before breaking tackles near the coffee machine and reaching freedom. However, despite the exceptional athleticism shown by our first 2 robbers, Perp 3, better known as the Man in the Pig Mask, ran up against a linebacker with the name of Police Lieutenant Carlos Hank. As you can see, he easily makes it around the first defender, but, much like Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, misses his passing route and is upended by Lieutenant Hank. After clearing concussion protocol, the still unidentified man in the pig mask remains in police custody. Ben?
Thanks, Jackson. Let's move on to weather with Mason.
Today it's snow, followed by even more snow. With a high of 15 and a low of 4, it's still not quite golfing weather. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Mason. In other national news, it has taken a few weeks to verify reports surrounding the firing of Omarosa Manigault from her position as Director of Communications for the Office of Public Liaison.
Some early reports suggested that she was, as the Washington Post writes, dragged kicking and screaming from the White House after trying to get a one-on-one with President Trump. However, Ms. Manigault disputes these claims, stating on Good Morning America that there is one individual who has a personal vendetta against me, and it was that individual that led to the verbose and dramatic narrative.
What we know for certain is that Omarosa Manigault is the next high-profile individual fired and or resigned from the first year of the Trump administration. In case you've forgotten some of the names, we're going to go through the list for you. But rather than a simple list of names, let's have Ben do it as Ken the Hawk Harrelson, Chicago White Sox announcer. Take it away, Ben.
Number 5.
Chief of Staff Reince Priebus. 6 months into the position, burnout proved to be inevitable. He got ridden away hard and put away wet. He gone.
Number 4.
Health and Human Services Secretary Tom Price. Resignation came for Price after a high price tag when he was caught with over $400,000 in private charter plane charges on the taxpayer's dime. Get foul, he did, he gone!
Number 3.
Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci. After the shortest tenure in the position's history, an intoxicated tirade to the press, along with a hiring of a new chief of staff, caused Scaramucci to lose his job 11 days after being hired. Right size, wrong shape, mercy me, he gone!
Number 2.
FBI Director James Comey. Confusion over the Clinton email probe in the Russian investigation led to Comey's dismissal, which has caused more than one headache for the administration. Another $95 bill just hit the dust. He gone!
Number 1.
National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. The once National Security Advisor is now trying to stay ahead of the Russian probe and out of jail. Lying to the administration along with possible treasonous meetings are just the beginning of Flynn's issues. He gone!
You can put it on the board, yes! That's quite a list, Ben.
It sure is. And if you continue to stay here with Hello USA, we will update that list after future Trump firings occur.
Sorry to disrupt the broadcast, but it seems we have some special news coming in from Wisconsin. We now turn to our feature reporter, David Wolf, to tell us more.
Thanks, Jackson. Now I'm here at Bob and Tom's Body and Repair Shop, where a nasty pileup today on Landon Road Speedway left 30 cars in their office. And their team has been working round the clock like a NASCAR pit crew to make sure these cars get back on the road safely. And our crack staff here at Hello USA has obtained exclusive footage of the accident. Let's take a look. You can see there, I believe that's the number 32 car picking up speed in an effort to make a move on the lead pack. And in the end, he just can't control it, begins to spin out, and inevitably causes a massive pileup. Now, while everyone was able to make it out of this crash okay, that's not always the case, and I'd like to have a moment of silence for our fallen hero, Dale Earnhardt.
Who's Dale Earnhardt?
Thanks, David. That sure looked nasty.
Before moving on to our next segment, let's have a quick word from our sponsors.
Have you recently been accused of faking an injury on the court? We know what it's like. Here at Shipley and Devlin, we have over 30 years of experience, and we will fight for you. In just 15 minutes, we can get that well-deserved foul called. So call us on our toll-free number at 1-800-256-3499. That's 1-800-256-3499 to stop the flop today.
Say, Ben, have you ever called that hotline?
No, why would I?
I've seen you on the court. You could use it.
You can go straight to Hello USA. We are abruptly back from commercial break.
And before Ben says something he regrets, let's check in with our weatherman, Mason.
Afternoon. No change in weather, but we're still gonna try golfing anyways.
Boy, do we have a treat for you folks today. Our very own special features reporter, David Wolf, has prepared our monthly segment on Twitter and blackjack.
Maybe he can finally explain insurance and whether or not I should buy it when the dealer's showing an ace.
You should always buy insurance, Ben.
Hello again, I'm David, and I'm here with my best friend Mason, and first I have to thank Mason's mother for allowing us to use her basement for filming today. So Mason, blackjack, a pretty simple game. Cards 2 through 10 are worth their value, face cards are worth 10, and an ace is either an 11 or 1. Now the goal of the player is to get as close to without going over 21, and the best hand they could get dealt would be a 2-card 21 or a blackjack.
That seems simple enough.
The basics are pretty simple, so I was hoping we could combine this game with our normal news segment to bring you folks at home a game we'd like to call Donald Trump Tweets as Blackjack. I'll have my assistant Mason read out the tweets. So in this first hand, the dealer is showing a 4, and Donald Trump has an 18 showing, so things are looking pretty good for us.
Hold that thought, David.
Oh, despite the impressive first hand, looks like Trump's going to press his luck and see if we can get that 21. Let's see what he has to say.
November 18th, 2017. Crooked Hillary is the worst and biggest loser of all time. She just can't stop, which is so good for the Republican Party. Hillary, get on with your life and give it another try in 3 years.
Oh, that looks like the 10 of diamonds, folks. A 28 for Trump and he busts. Now, while I understand the president won the race, calling your opponent the biggest loser in history and to move on and try again is just plain childish.
This is fun. Shall we try another?
Let's do another. Okay, so in this hand, the dealer is showing a 7 and Trump has been dealt an 11, so if we're lucky enough, we could get that face card and get out of here with a 21. Let's see what he has to say.
May 31st, 2017. Despite the constant negative press, Covfefe.
There it is, folks, the king of spades. Of 21, Trump wins. Because nobody actually knows what Covfefe means, it's quite possible the president is correct. Despite the negative press, Covfefe is not just a quote from our president, but an important question that needs to be pondered upon at length. Now, I'd like to thank you for joining us this week, and tune in next time when I'm sure we'll have more to cover. Back to you, Ben.
Thanks, David, for that riveting report. And now on to sports with our sports reporter, Shooter McGee. Shooter?
Today.
Oh shoot, Shooter, looks like we're out of time on today's edition of Hello USA. We'll have to catch you next time. I'm Jackson Bruce.
And I'm Benny McGuire, signing off.
Stay classy, America.